It's early February of 2025, a little over 50 days after the most recent update for Cheddar's educational fundamentals. The Game Frenzy channel responsible for Cheddar's creation and ran by Pumpkinsbox appears to be dormant. Unbeknownst to everyone following the game, including Pumpkinsbox herself, something was slowly surfacing from the depths of the original Baldi game, directing its focus onto Cheddar's, an entity with the goal of making players behind the screen cease their playthroughs of Baldi and Baldi mods completely. And this entity was named none other than... Hello everyone, today I will be explaining the full lore of the Cheddar's Educational Fundamentals account hijack ARG, which started a little over 4 months ago now. In this video, I will be explaining the full lore, alongside the secrets hidden through things like Morse code. I will also be correcting a lot of the mistakes I made in the other videos. I will provide a link to the mod so you can play it in the comments and description. It is available on GameBanana and itch.io. So with that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed the video. As mentioned previously, February has arrived, and for months there has been very little update on Cheddar's status. One day, however, without warning, something happened to the channel. It got, for lack of better words, corrupted. The icon and images of the channel became covered in colorful static. The text of the channel and the description was replaced with symbols, and some new text was added into the description too. It read out the following. Hi, I'm Null. I make Baldi's basics mods with the help of my friends, most notably Cheddar's Educational Fundamentals and Baldi's Funhouse. On this channel, I will post mod teasers and soundtracks. If you enjoy the mods and would like to stay updated, feel free to subscribe to the channel. The text contains some foreshadowing for the future I'll explain later, but everything we know so far is that someone named Null basically replaced themselves with Pumpkinsbox and is attempting to gaslight the viewers into believing they were the original creator of Cheddar's and Baldi's. For those of you who don't know somehow, Null is the final boss of Baldi's Basics Remastered. Throughout the game, Null takes multiple appearances and continuously tries to stop you from playing the game. He even crashes your application at one point. In the end of the game, you defeat him and he is functionally removed from Baldi, with Baldi's infamous being absent completely. But wait, there's also more. A link on the channel that previously would take viewers to Pumpkin's account got replaced by a link to someone going by the name of Casual Channel User. This user is very important. Before clicking on this link, you may notice that the text above it says Null's main account. This leads us into our second section of the video. When clicking on the link to Casual Channel User, the first thing you will notice is the darkened image of Placeface being the icon. His eyes are gone, he appears to be scared of something. As someone named Wavetoria stated, the channel description states in Japanese that this account is not related to an incident of some sort, and is there purely to post lore. At this point in the timeline, the channel only had one video, which was around 16 hours old when I saw it. The video translated in English to the title, Return. The video lasts 31 seconds, and takes place in what appears to be a dark room with red and black checkered tiles alongside distortion. An unsettling ringing can be heard in the background, which I'm sure can be translated into something. However, I am inexperienced and therefore lack a lot of the tools someone like MatPat would have, and after attempting to put it through a spectrogram, rewinding it, and slowing it down, I got nothing. However, this would be only one of many other videos to come. 3 days after my first video covering the ARG, the first update dropped. A new video released on the Casual Channel User page, which in English translated to What is Hidden in Your Heart. This video depicts what appears to be a POV of someone walking through a distorted plane, and with things like fences being visible. There is another audio in this video, and this time the spectrogram actually does work on it. When placed through the Audacity program, visible text appeared stating that ch_error will return to you followed by an image of Null. ch_error is actually a mode in Cheddar's Educational Fundamentals that featured a corrupted form of Cheddar in a much more fear-focused lighting. After being beaten, this mode would be replaced by glitch mode. From this point on, the ARG slowly continued. However, due to school and soon an overseas trip, I wasn't able to cover it again until April 26th. On April 2nd of 2026, both Casual Channel User and Game Frenzy both uploaded to their channels. The post from Casual Channel User was a fake phone number, which actually translated to leave the game. The post from Game Frenzy was clearly from Null, and stated the following. Pumpkin thinks she's cute with her April Fools. How funny. But I'm not going to give her this channel back. Not until I get the message out to everyone. What this message was would soon be revealed. April 7th, a new video released by a casual channel user posted the title June. This would end up being their final video on this specific channel, but not on Game Frenzy. On a bit of a side note, I thought this video meant June 6th because 6 was in the title, but it turns out in that language that's just how you spell the month number, so it was basically me just saying chai tea.
That's my legacy!
April 23rd, one of Null's final messages is released on Game Frenzy. It states, "You're probably wondering why I'm doing this, huh? I'll tell you soon." Later that same day, we would actually get a video where Null talked to us directly. The video was titled Destroy the Game. Briefly breaking the immersion on a side note here before we go into this, Null's voice in the video sounds exactly the same as he does in the game, so either they got someone who was really good at mimicking his voice, or they got the actual voice actor. Either of the two options is really cool, though.
You're probably wondering why I'm doing this, huh? Well, nobody listens to me when I tell them to destroy the game. No matter how many warnings I give anyone, it just means that nobody wants to listen. So you know what? I'm just gonna spoil all the new Cheddar content. Because if I did that, then nobody would be curious about the lore and finally stop playing. So let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh, did you hear they're making a new... What? Did the spell just get censored? Well, what if I just read it on this chalkboard? That's it!
We even see something saying Cheddar's Educational Fundamentals, the second part. But there was one thing that kept him from truly completing his objective. Someone or something was attempting to forcefully destroy and censor everything Null used to spoil the game to us. And this leads to Null throwing a fit and oddly enough losing his eyes? I'm not actually sure if that means much, but I figured I'd point it out. At this point the video comes to an end, and this is the last time we see him directly before the end. April 30th, the most recent video releases to the public. Someone who is almost 100% Pumpkin's box given the video's description is shown to be playing Cheddars, but when they open the game there's only one single playable option, and that is Null mode. Pumpkin's box can be seen visibly hesitating before deciding to proceed. Null stands at the end of the hall in the now abandoned once again Cheddar's schoolhouse, and Pumpkin's box is forced to beat the game mode in full, collecting all 10 notebooks and eventually reaching the final exit. But just as he has before, Null once again blocks progression through the final exit. Just like that, the fight is over. Null is banished. Pumpkin's box would make a post on the same day, finally answering numerous questions the player base had. To summarize though, I'll put it on screen. Null is not dead, just banished I guess you could say. Functionally erased from all code Pumpkin's box had control over. Pumpkin's box did actually censor Null's message, meaning that they were able to regain some form of power over the channel before finally confronting him and reclaiming their channel. But even still, even though most of Null's plan was stopped and he was removed from the channel and soon game, Null kinda won in a way as well. He was able to successfully show us the second part of Cheddar early, and that's not exactly a small thing. And now that it's been shown to us, there's no going back. And so Pumpkin's box decided to reveal more to us about the Cheddar sequel. June 3rd, the anniversary of the game, is when it is planned to release. Although, as of right now, we don't yet know what it'll hold. At this point, Pumpkin's box can finally work on restoring the channel to its previous state, although its current icon is just a blank white screen. And with that, the story is concluded. I made a lot of really big mistakes in my previous videos, and so a small part of the reason I made this was to correct those mistakes. I think this ARG was set up really well. It characterized Null faithfully to how he was in the actual Baldi game, and I also really like how he was foreshadowed, previously just being a hidden screen in Cheddar for literal months, almost a year actually, only to slowly show signs of spreading. From small things like appearing in spectrograms to big things like speaking to us directly. I might have a little bias though, since I find Null to be a very interesting character, even though I don't remember everything about his game appearances. Which is probably for the better, since I'm still trying to play through Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered. And with that, I think those are my closing thoughts. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe. Our current goal is to 1K, and again, I will include a link to Cheddars through itch.io and Game Banana to download the game, and a link to Game Frenzy's channel so you can stay updated and subscribe to them. And with all that said, thank you for your time. Have a good day, noon, or night.